Viewers, and welcome to today's edition of the news. First, let's have a look at the headlines. Prime Minister Modi to take part in the G7 summit in Meghalaya, Italy. First session of the 18th Lok Sabha to be held from 24th June to 3rd July 2024. Minister calls for open and free discussion on teenage pregnancy. Education Minister Rakam A. Sangma inspected Captain Williamson Summer State University. And government utilizes drones to combat dengue, malaria. And now for the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will embark on a visit to Meghalaya, Italy today to participate in the G7 summit tomorrow. This will be his first overseas travel after assuming office in the third consecutive term. He said the visit will also be an opportunity to engage with other world leaders present at the G7 summit on issues of importance to India, as also to the global south. This will be India's 11th participation in the G7 summit and Prime Minister Modi's 5th consecutive participation in the summit. The first session of the 18th Lok Sabha will be held from 24th June to 3rd July 2024. This session will witness oath taking of the newly elected members of the Lok Sabha, election of Speaker, address of the President of India and the discussion thereon. Union Minister of Parliamentary Affairs Kiren Rijiju informed these details through a post in social media platform X. The minister also informed that the 264th session of Rajya Sabha will commence on 27th June 2024. Amidst the high teenage pregnancy rate in Meghalaya, Health Minister Ampreen Lingdor has called for free and open discussion on this matter to eliminate the concerns. She said that the institutes in the states must have open and free discussion since the subject is linked to the health of women and girls. Asking NGOs to join hands with the government to deal with the challenge of teenage pregnancy, she said that the government will not compromise on the matter and it wants to ensure that the health of the teenagers are not affected due to this challenge.
There should be free and frank discussion in educational institutions on the matter of spreading the ill health of undesirable ones of individual, and you can only talk about it if you discuss it in a proper manner. Awareness could also be with the help of stakeholders, church, communities, different social organizations must all join hands with the government if we want this to be adequately understood down to the last man in the last village. It's a very difficult proposition.
Education Minister Rakam A. Sangma today conducted an inspection of the newly inaugurated Captain Williamson Sangma State University in Balalgre, southwest Garo Hills. This inspection is part of a comprehensive 3-day visit by the Meghalaya State Education Commission team to Garo Hills aimed at assessing the region's educational landscape. The efforts are being made to ensure that the university is fully equipped to provide quality education to the students.
You've got a lot of natural resources, you've got a lot of potential where students can develop their personality and also develop themselves and become good citizens for our state. So we need to to build a strong community, and this university has an important role to play in building a strong community. And we should also focus on quality education. This is very important. So the officers of this university should be able to cater to courses which will help our students to be able to, to fend for themselves. It should be able to cater to the needs of the society.
With 14 dengue-related deaths reported in Meghalaya in just 2 years, the state government has mooted all measures to reach out to various parts of the state, covering both the vulnerable areas like the Garo and the West Khasi Hills belt to provide early testing of blood samples and medication. Revamping its efforts to tackle the malaria-dengue-related cases, the state government, through the Meghalaya Health Systems Strengthening Project, initiated the innovative use of drones to address this issue. Talking to DD News, Shillong Health Minister Dr. Ampreen Lingdo emphasized on the improved health care system and highlighted innovative approaches to reach hard-to-assess areas.
It was very unfortunate that in the last 2 years, about 14 deaths of malaria-prone were reported in the state of Meghalaya. We are now looking at ways and means to ensure that this casualty is not as alarming as it was in the last 2 years. We are going all out, and I have told you that our systems have improved manifold, even to the unreachable distant locations which get inundated during such seasons as now after heavy rainfall. Our drones are reaching the remotest of areas, and we now have set up sub-centers practically everywhere.
Experts claimed that if the Great Shillong earthquake of 1897 repeats, the devastation will be enormous. Professor Divesh Walia, School of Human and Environmental Science, Northeastern Hill University, questioned our preparedness and said that seismologists have calculated that if the same magnitude earthquake comes at midnight, minimum 5 lakh people will lose their lives in the present-day scenario, and considering the present-day vulnerabilities and population. The discussions focus on seismic hazard assessment, early warning systems and community preparedness.
We had Professor Harsh K. Gupta. He is a renowned seismologist. So around some time back, they have calculated that if the same magnitude earthquake comes in the night, 12 a.m. in the night, then a minimum 5 lakh people will lose their life in the present day scenario, considering the present day vulnerabilities, considering the population here. So it is going to be huge if it occurs, similar magnitude earthquake occurs. So we need to be cautious of any such catastrophic events because they don't occur very often, and their residence time is for 2 minutes maximum. But during that time, they may bring in lot of devastation. So we need to be prepared so that we are not caught unprepared.
The Khon Hinyotrep National Awakening Movement, KNUM, today submitted its view to the expert committee to review the state reservation policy. KNUM Working President Thomas Pasa, on his view, suggested a combined 80% job reservation for the Khasi, Jaintia and Garo communities based on merit. Further, the party suggested that the reservation for the Khasi Jaintia people should be increased to 50% in view of the population ratio. The party further suggested that 80% reservation in private jobs for the indigenous people.
There's always a first time for anything. Why we are seeing that? You see, there is the government, how much job can it give to the youth? And we have a very high rate of unemployment, and they are very capable youth. So we request that if this reservation policy is extended to the private sector, I don't think there's a loss for private sector. Maybe they'll have good capable youth in their companies, in their private sector, to help them increase in the business also. Submission of the proposed amendment. The next is for the expert committee to sit and work on this. So we'll keep a watch on this and we'll keep track.
Sankardev College yesterday launched the India Reads movement organised by the Department of Teaching English to speakers of other languages in collaboration with the English Language Teachers Association of India, Meghalaya chapter and Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan Semam Government of Meghalaya at DERT Shillong. The movement aims to engage students in both traditional books reading and e-reading. Education Minister Rakam A. Sangma graced as the chief guest in the presence of H.M. Shangpliang along with the principal of the college and others. The District Malaria Office, Ribhoi District, commemorated World Malaria Day 2024 at Science Hall, Nongpo today. This year's theme, Accelerating the Fight Against Malaria for a More Equitable World, highlights the urgent need to address disparities in the access to malaria prevention and treatment. The event was attended by A.R. Marak, Additional DMHO Ribhoi, and Dr. E. Galwing, District Malaria Officer. ASHA workers and surveillance workers were also felicitated during the program. Lang Dong Dai village in West Khasi Hills district is witnessing a positive change with the Inspirational Village scheme. The village, identified as backward in 2021 government survey, has been allotted Rs 2 crore for developmental projects. Birbor Riangtem village Sardar expressed his hope that the initiative will address the lack of proper accommodation for visitors. He highlighted the village long-standing need for financial assistance and lauded the government's effort. It may be mentioned that it is the only village from Khasi Jaintia to be included in the program alongside 3 others from Garo Hills.
Iyo hadu menta ka sanction jong kani kalong ba ajing syakre arkro te hak estimate kaduna no lai lak oi tang si kalo kandai bunyo lak ngam da don jingkit bahan lamar ba naka DRDA kila tendar layo do we ni kontrak na punong stain ba marngar te ngimati bahadu kano kila yo priang ka pisa andre kabangiyo imanta ka jingtre kala tulun ba sa sai ngkermen ba hakini ki snam ki banwan ngilla ban yo ya ka building ka ba lai mala kare ka jingkar khu ya kini ki ya ka thani bar ka we ya ka snong jongi ya ka than namar ba kidon ki kanja meeting ki ba wan nabar ngimdon ka hol ka ba biang teng ngilla ban panlong meeting hang tu don kinong we ki ba adai khamtam sa ka than jongi sa poi kini ki research na foreign te ki la ban sa hang tu kumta ka long ka jing herap te.
The Ribhoi District Sports Association will be organising a football tournament, Ribhoi League, which will be held at Soraman, Nongdri, Umdihar and SCA Pahams Aim playgrounds. While speaking to media, Banlumlang Lingdo, Chairman Football Committee RBDSA, informed that the football tournament will feature Women's League followed by 3rd, 2nd and 1st Division and the Super League Division in the Men's League.
Bana kalian football competition kan sedang nak berpulong ke Ribhoi League. Pada kejuk por kabade usnam berkum ke association ngin rakheru ya ke Golden Jubilee haunu usnam momenta. Kenak muda kani ngin sedang ikni football league jingi ke berkentup high niki division. Kabane kong kade ke Women's League nangta ke 3rd division, ke 2nd division, ke 1st division berkunjuk ke Super League division. Kenak muda kini Syuab ngin sedang ya ke Football League jungi ni don berpentip CP Barak Sports Club bapin sumha banle shwai keneka interclub transfer ka berbentuk tang yaki senrang hak bayaki form filap nyo ka office jong ka RDC bat ka tarif ke bag penkut yakineke interclub transfer kelong tarif office submit yaki registration form jong pi ha office jong keseng.
And now for the weather report. Maximum temperature 20.5 degrees Celsius, minimum temperature 17.2 degrees Celsius, relative humidity in the morning 100% and in the evening 98%, rainfall 12.1 millimeters. Forecast moderate rain and thunder shower is likely to occur at many places. And now for the headlines once again. Prime Minister Modi to take part in the G7 summit in Apulia, Italy. First session of the 18th Lok Sabha will be held from 24th June to 3rd July 2024. Health Minister calls for open and free discussion on teenage pregnancy. Education Minister Rakam A. Sangma inspected Captain Williamson, Sangma State University. And government utilizes drones to combat dengue, malaria. Well, that's all we have for you in today's edition of the news. Do tune in tomorrow at the same time and same channel. Have a good night.